begin. Close the eyes, bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So we'll do the mantra for purification in order to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you know it, of course, you may do it along with me. If not, imagine you're chanting it through the voice of the Guru. You derive all the benefits of purification as though you're doing it perfectly. Do it loud if you're doing it with me, and do it in one breath, a single breath if you can. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sava Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Bihantraha Stihi. So now we're going to do purifying pranayama. It's done in order to purify all the psychic channels within. So in order to do this, we're going to inhale through both sides of the nose 4 times, count of 4, hold the breath for 12, and exhale for count of 8 through the left side. Through the breath retention, applying the throat from root lock. For the root lock, we contract the root muscles and pull them up towards the navel. So imagine you're lifting the whole pelvic floor up. And then for the throat lock, as you inhale, you're raising the chest up, you're inflating the lungs. Then bring the chin down onto the chest. So the reason why you bring the chest up is so that your back doesn't hunch. So you want to keep the back very straight. The tongue to the roof, the mouth behind the teeth, and the attention of the space between the eyebrows. So imagine you're drawing the best to purify everything within. And exhale, you're just expelling it all out, all the impurities. Remember, the biggest purifier of all is the observance of the ethical rules, first and foremost, ahimsa. So that is the technique. So let's do it just 3 times. For the breath retention as well, you fold the second and third fingers down, and then you bring the right thumb to the right nostril, the right ring finger for the left nostril. So, and for your exhale, then you just let go of the right ring finger, so you exhale to the left. So let's begin now. Exhale, completely empty the lungs. Inhale, 2, 3. Hold the breath, plug the nose, third eye tension. 2, 3, 4. Apply the throat and root lock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale to the left side. 2, 3, 4. Aim to be completely empty by the 8th count. 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale through both nostrils. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Third eye attention. Apply the throat and the root lock. 6, all the attention at the space in your eyebrows. 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale through both nostrils. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Keep the back very straight. Throat lock, root lock. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. Take a moment just to notice any effects, any changes in the state of the body, the mind, or the emotions. Have no concern as to what you observe. Be simply the witness, watching it all. Bring your attention now to the space between your eyebrows. There's a seat of divine perception. They say if you bring 100% of your concentration there and your devotion, and then eventually this will trigger divine bliss. So all the attention there, we're going to chant the sound sun, S-U-N. To do this, imagine you're dislodging all the impurities from wherever they sit in the body, from wherever they're residing, and then as you exhale, just allow all the, as you're doing it, just imagine that all of them are being carried into the bloodstream and eventually out of the body. So it's a purifying technique as well. Again, the attention at the space between your eyebrows, sound sun. Inhale. Sun. Inhale again. Sun. Now bring the attention to the crown, the top of the head. The sound of sum this time, S-U-M. As you're doing this, just concentrate on the vibrations produced by the M part of the sound, and these vibrations will help to clarify and sharpen the mind. Take a deep breath in. Sum. One more time, inhale. Sum. Keep your attention there. Imagine you can still feel and hear the lingering vibrations and sounds of that mantra. Feel the mind becoming clear and sharp so you can see an Om symbol sitting in that space, that center of the forebrow. Imagine you can still hear that lingering sound of the Om. Imagine you can now hear the sound of the Om. It says that Om is an alternate mantra that contains all the sounds, the colors, and the vibrations of the universe. And now try to feel the vibrations resonating within you of the Om. Again, in the center of the forebrow. Concentrate and use your visualization skills. Like anything, like the physical practice, like the postures, concentration requires constant practice. Eventually you reap the rewards through becoming more effective at meditation. Meditation is simply uninterrupted concentration. Now remain established in the Om all throughout the practice. Think of it as that infinite container of the sounds and colors and vibrations of the universe. Think of that as the infiniteness of God, His love and compassion and wisdom. And be established in all of it. So now let's come to standing to continue our practice. So stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Bring your arms in front of the body, breathing for inner healing. On the inhale from the heart, inhale up to the crown. 2, 3, 4. Draw the healing energy up there. 6, 7, 8. Hold the healing energy at the crown. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms. Imagine all the impurities draining out like water running out of a tap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale from the heart up to the crown. 2, 3. Draw the healing energy up there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it all in the crown area. Imagine trying to make it available to all beings everywhere. Exhale out through the arms now. Send out all the impurities out with the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, from the heart up to the crown. Inhale all the healing energy up there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it at the crown. Imagine all beings tapping into that healing energy. Exhale out. Again, more impurities out of the body. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then bring your arms down. Continue with the exercises to help to promote, to generate heat, to promote more release of the impurities. Start with the hands on the hips. We'll just start by circling the head, loosening the neck first. Allow the head to roll and feel very heavy as though it can't stay on the pivot point at the top of the neck. Just falls to the sides, the front and the back. And then change the direction of rotation. Try to see the floor in all directions as you take the head around. Good. And now let's continue with the arms. Inhale, exhale down, up, down. Inhale straight up. Spread the fingers. Exhale, pull down, form fists as you pull down. Inhale forward. Exhale, retract. Now release. And then swing your arms back and forth. Try to throw the arms back behind the ears. And conclude. Now arms across the chest. Inhale. Exhale, throw the arms back. Alternate the cross each time the arms come across the chest. And release. Next one. Inhale, raise your arms up over the head. Exhale, toss the body down. Stay down, allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way back up. Next one, there's a squat in this one, so if you can't go down all the way, just go down as far as you can, as your knees allow. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, pull down. Move according to your condition. Respect your limitations. And then come up. Elbows out to the sides and twist from side to side. This inhale happens in the middle, the exhale as you go through each side. And back to the center. Next one again, incorporating a squat. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, down. And continue. One more. And release. Next one, arms out in front of the body, starting position. Inhale, circle around to the front again. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Feel as though the arms were spring loaded. And then the arms drop by the sides of the body. Circle around to the front. Pull in and drop the arms down. And release. Open up the feet a little bit more, the toes pointing out to the side. Left arm up, inhale. Bend to the right on the exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Inhale, exhale, bend to left. And release. Next one, left arm up, reach up, hold the breath, go to the right. Deepen a stretch if you can. Exhale, come back up. Right arm up, inhale, bend to the left. Try not to make any folds in the left side of the body at the waist. And then coming back up on the exhale. Continue. Allow the breath to carry you to the side and deepen a stretch as you hold the breath. Lose yourself in these sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body. So what feels good to you and beneficial to you is transmitted to all beings. If you go into a place of pain and suffering, anxiety and distress, that's also what others will feel. So try to practice in a way that protects yourself so that you protect all beings at the same time. And first and foremost, as God is present in all beings, that is who you are doing this practice for as well. Nice deep lengthening through the left side. And then the right side. Let's do one more. Reach. And then the other side. And then coming back up. And then come down into your table position. Knees underneath the shoulders, wrists underneath the shoulders, cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, stretch the belly skin. Exhale, stretch the back skin. Round your back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Now let's go to neck out, shoulders. Exhale. Make sure you don't close off the airway. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral back. Work your hip joint now. Inhale, raise right leg up. Inhale, exhale, swing it out to the right. So throw the leg up there and head back. So inhale. Try to kick the foot right forward, before in front of the shoulder. On the exhale. And then the other side, left leg up on the inhale, swing it out to left on the exhale. Just move at the speed that's comfortable for you. And release. Now let's make our way onto the belly. Working the back muscles here, the upper back muscles. Anchor down through the bottom portion of the body, from the hips down to the toes, especially the thighs and the hips and then steps. Interlace the fingers if you can. If it's too much, you can just keep your arms separated. Now inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Engage the buttocks. Up. Down in the upper back muscles. Up. Down. 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 One more. Up and down. Relax. Drop the arms by the sides of the body. Breathe in. And breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Now bring your arms in front of the body. A few options here. You can raise both legs and arms at the same time and back down. Or you can raise one arm and the opposite leg at a time. Just keep doing this. If you're stronger, you can just bring both legs up, and as the legs come down, the chest and the hips push down. This will propel your upper body up, so it looks like this. Okay, so just give momentum. You can get more height, but again, do according to your condition. Do successful for you. And relax. Forehead on the hands, breathe in and breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Put your hands underneath the shoulders, come up into table, and bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Inhale, we're going to roll up into high cat. Exhale, cobra, drop hips to your hands, shoulders back, head chest forward, head back. Inhale, back into high cat. Exhale all the way back, seat behind the heels, child's pose. Inhale again, come up. Forward to the heart. And then up, push it up between the shoulder blades. Exhale, pull the seat all the way back on the heels. And then up again. Forward. Up. And back. And up. forward, uncoil, flex the spine, then round the spine, and back, exhale. Imagine your wave emerging from the ocean, coming to full height, and starting to crest, and then disappear back into the ocean. Use your visualization skills to imagine the movement of the body so that it's fluid, powerful, yet graceful. And back. Up. And forward. Telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Make sure you don't jam up the back of the neck or the lower back. And back. Exhale. And then up. Forward. Up. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And back. Exhale. And then up. And forward. Uncoil. Up. And back. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Lose yourself in the sensations. Up. Inhale. And back. Rest in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go of all fatigue. Let go of all struggles. Next one, we're going to glide into cobra. So pull the arms and drag your body forward. Hips come to the hands. Lift the chest, bring head back. Hold the pose for a moment in cobra. Hold the breath. And back on the exhale. So if it's too much to hold your breath, you don't have to hold your breath. Other entry can just come from above into baby plank and drop your hips down. So if that's a little bit more accessible, you can do that. If you need to, you can also stay in the forearms. So if you need to, you just pull with your arms and push your chest forward and your head back. So again, do the movements that are appropriate to you. And then inhale, again, glide forward. If you're doing that one, brush your nose to the ground as you come forward and raise your head. Bring it all the way back. All the way back, seat behind heels. Inhale again, come forward. Hold the breath in your cobra. Try to get more height even. Imagine you're a serpent peering out at the world. All the way back, exhale. Then try to imagine yourself in the body of what you're representing. Come forward and see the divine, all the divine qualities of God and how they manifest in that form. Tap into those qualities. Back, exhale. In essence, they're all within us as well. Just let them shine. Come forward. Everything stops, all the mind activity, the emotions, and the movements of the body completely still. Back on the exhale. Inhale again, pull forward. Come forward powerfully. Hold the breath. Hold the pose. And back, exhale. Inhale, come forward. Rise up, show up in every sense. Be present, be fully engaged. Think the practice is an offering. Do the best you best. Inhale, come forward. If you like, come onto your fingertips. Open the knees. Bring your feet up towards the head. King Cobra. Come back. Don't worry if you can't touch your head with your toes. Just keep visualizing yourself doing the actions and then attain the pose. Keep practicing. Maybe one day it will realize. But have no attachment to results. And come forward. Just make everything a divine offering to the Almighty One, to God who resides within. And back, exhale. Inhale. Pull the shoulders back, neck long. Try not to jam, make any folds across the lower back with the back of the neck. Back, exhale one more time. Inhale. Bring the head back. feels like you're squeezing socks behind your knees if you're doing a king cobra version. Like the toes. And back. Relax in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And now come up. Standing on the knees. So this one, working the quads and the core. You have there's a few options. You can have your hands across the chest on your thighs. These are a little bit more accessible. You just lean back and just come back. If you're more flexible, if you're stronger, you can take your arms out, elbows to the height of the shoulders, or even more challenging, get your arms over the head, lock your thumbs together, and hinge at the knees. Inhale, then hold the breath, go back, engage your buttocks, the upper back, dip down. Coming back up, exhale here, inhale again. Then hold the breath, go back. Push the thighs towards one another. Come back again, do according to condition. If you're very strong, just try to come all the way down, hovering just above the ground. Pull yourself up, try not to flop at the waist. Keep your body like a board, nice and solid and stiff. You can only go as far as you feel comfortable. And then relax. So you're sitting either on heels. If you're more flexible, you can sit between your heels. Take your hands, a few options. You can take your hands behind your feet and just stretch, pull the shoulders back. Stretch from the shoulders to the knees, bring the head back. If you're more able to, you can come onto your elbows. Even more able, bring your back down onto the ground. You can take hold of your opposite elbows. This softens the knees again. So just, if it's too much for your knees, you can place a bolster or cushion behind the knees and just go down as far as you feel comfortable. Now take a deep breath in here. Inflate the lungs like a balloon. Exhale, deflate. Feel the belly button falling right through the body into the ground below. Again, inhale. Roll the thighs towards one another. Extend through the elbows all the way down to the knees or chest to the knees. Exhale, deflate. Then from here, lean to one side and pull the right leg out. Lean to the other side and pull the other leg out. Inhale, extend over the head, stretch out through the feet. Exhale, come into tuck. Take your time. This first time, your knees to the chest, the forehead to the hands, above the knees. Inhale, stretch again. Exhale, pull into tuck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, extend. This time, hold the breath as you come into tuck. Pull the shoulders up towards the knees. Join your hands above your knees and bring your forehead to the thumbs. All the attention to the space between the eyebrows as you press your forehead against your thumbs. Even if your thumbs don't make contact with your head, no problem. Concentrate your attention center to the forebrow. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen again, hollow the navel, lengthen the navel. Then pull it in to a tuck. Hold the breath. Everything stops again, all the activity, the mind, the body, and the emotions, very still. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath and tuck. The whole body singing. Make the body look like a fist, very, very small. Shoulders to the knees, chin to the knees. Heels to the seat. Release, exhale. One more inhale, reach out, stretch. Hold the breath and come into a tuck. Release. Relax for a moment, take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you're fainting. Just relax, allow the body to just melt everything, to just soften. Feels all the muscles just dissolved. And from here, just bring your knees into tuck again. And then roll a few times on your back, forward and back. And then let you roll your way up to standing. Okay, so now do a few rounds of Surya Namaskara. Bring your hands to the heart, close the eyes. Come back to the intention again of offering up the practice. Renounce all the fruits. Imagine this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. So now let's begin. Raise your arms up overhead. Fold down, bend your knees if you need to. Bring your hands flat on the ground, chest on the thighs. Right foot back over the knee, sink down to the seat. Come into high plank. Lower down the knees, chest and forehead to the ground. Now glide forward into the cobra. Shoulders back, raise the head. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana with the seat up and back. Then the right foot steps forward to the hands. If you need to, roll the knee down first. If the foot doesn't make it all the way, just use your right hand to assist the foot forward. Sink the seat all the way forward. Then bring the feet back together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come all the way to standing, reach up and back, hips forward, and back home, hands to the heart. Reach up, pull the arms away over the head. Come forward and down, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, bend your knees if you need to. Bring your hands flat on the ground. Left foot back, sink down to the seat. Into the high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, forehead down. Chest comes to your hands. Glide forward, shoulders back. Again, make sure you don't lose your neck. Telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Savasana. Allow the heart to melt between your shoulder blades. Left foot forward. Again, we'll make the modification if you need to by lowering the knee down first. And use your hands to assist the foot forward. Then pull the body to the legs, head down. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Again, raise your arms up. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body in a way that feels comfortable and natural. That will keep the breath steady and even. Right foot back. And the breath will work for you and deliver steadiness and ease and grace. Knees, chest, and forehead down. Come forward into the cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana. Lift the seat up and back. Soften the heart. Right foot forward to the hands, sink down to the seat. Feet come together, Uttanasana, pull the body to the legs, head down. Come right, standing, reach up and back. And come back home, hands to the heart. And up again. Pull the arms up, raise the gaze, and lower the gaze. Gesture of humility. Left foot back, again. Allow the gaze to just be a reflection of the consciousness of the movements. Knees, chest, and forehead down, bowing down in humbleness. Raising the gaze as though in surrender, as if offer yourself up. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Good. Right foot forward. Sink down to the seat. Feet come together. Uttanasana. Pull the body to the legs. Come right up to standing. Hands back to the heart. And up again. Go forward and down. Keeping the witness, watching your body moving all by itself. Left foot back. Imagine your body moving with the utmost gracefulness and lightness. And then this will perhaps translate into your movements. The movements will be fluid as well. Bring the seat all the way back into downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Try to land the foot quietly. No big heavy footfalls. Feet together. Pull the body to the legs. Move in a way that's pleasing and to the witness to watch. No jarring motions, no jerky motions, no aggressive and loud movements. Arms up over the head. Come forward and down into Uttanasana. Good. Lift hand, chest. You can either walk back or press into your hands. Bend your elbows and come back into Chaturanga or right onto the ground. And come into upward facing dog here. If it's too much, keep your hips on the ground. Otherwise, lift your knees and your hips away from the ground. Here, just pulse a little bit. Try to get your chest forward, your shoulders back, the head back. Feel as though you're hauling at the moon like a dog. Push the thighs away from the ground, press into your hands, get more height. Then roll over your toes, and then back into downward facing dog. Here, pulse here as well. Try to get your chest to come down towards the ground. Externally rotate the arms. If you can get your head down lower, maybe your forehead comes down. More flexible, maybe your nose and your chin come down. Try not to bend too much at the elbows. Keep the arms nice and long and smooth, like the rest of your body, the back body. And then lift the heels, bend the knees up to the hands. Either jump forward or just walk forward. Pull the body down onto your legs. Uttanasana. Come all the way to the center, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Rise up, create space, approach a true nature, which is boundless in its potential, which is limitless and formless. Pull the hands down to the ground, pull the body to the legs. Inhale, lift the chest and head. Press into your hands, back into chaturanga again. Land softly and lightly. No jarring motions. Into upward facing dog. This time roll over your toes. Right back into downward facing dog. And again, roll forward, round your back. Uncoil. Arching the back. Then rounding your back as you transition back. And then melting your heart into downward facing dog. One more time. Roll over your toes. Slide forward into upward facing dog and back the other way, downward facing dog. Good. So stay here for a moment. Imitate the dog who's loyal to his master. The head down. Be playful like the dog, stretching its back. Good. Now lift the heels, bend the knees, lift the hands. Either walk or spring forward. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. A couple more times, a little bit faster. Reach the arms up. Pull the body down onto your legs. Inhale, head and chest. Come up. Press into your hands. Bend the elbows. Come into chaturanga or upward facing dog. Next. And back into downward facing dog. Lift the heels. Bend the knees. Look to the between the hands. And bring your feet forward. Hopping or walking. Pull the body against the legs, forehead down to the side, and then come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. One more time. Reach up. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch the body move with even more steadiness and grace and ease. Pull the body down onto your legs. Lift head and chest. Press with your hands. Back into chaturanga or on your belly. Cobra or upward facing dog. And right down facing dog. Be like a shapeshifter moving through the forms effortlessly. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Bring your feet forward to the hands. All the forms eventually merging into one divine supreme consciousness. All the way up. Reach up and back. Bring the hands back to the heart. Take a deep breath in here. From the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Inhale. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love towards all beings everywhere. Okay, so continue. Raise your arms up on the head. Pull the body down onto your legs. Bend your knees. You can take any version here you like. You take opposite elbows if you like, and push your chest into your thighs. If you're flexible, maybe your seat comes over the heels and your chest comes to your knees. Maybe even below the knees. Keep pulling your body down. Lengthen the spine. Imagine the top of the head touching the feet eventually. Good. Now from here, bring your hands, your head up, your fingertips on the inside the left foot, and raise your right leg up. If you need to bend your knee, if you have very tight hamstrings, you can do this. Otherwise, see if you can keep your leg as straight as possible, and take your left hand to your left ankle. The index finger tracing along just behind the ankle, and see if you can rest your belly on your thigh, and see if you can even bring your nose to your shin. If you're very flexible, try to get your leg up so it looks like a straight line from foot to foot. Okay, if you have good balance, you can even look beyond your toes and see if you can take your right hand to the ankle. You have to gaze beyond your toes. Then release, bring the right foot down, Inhale, head and chest lift a little bit. Exhale, just slump your body like a rag doll. And do the other side now. So bring the left leg up, bend your knee as you need to, just try to straighten your leg as much as possible. And then your right hand comes to the ankle, holding the ankle, and then the index finger along the outside, and then close to the heel. And then if you have the possibility to do so, your chin comes to the shin, your left foot comes up higher, and maybe even take your left hand to the standing foot as well on the inside, the index finger tracing along the inside of the ankle. And then release, bring the left foot down, inhale, extend the head forward, exhale, drop the head down. Good. Now from here, move back a little bit, walk your hands forward, raise your right leg up, arch the back here, and then from here, if you can take your arms out to the side like an eagle soaring in the air, or if you can interlace your fingers, open up the palms and pull hands over the head. Arch the back a little bit. Try to get your head forward, your spine long and smooth. You can pull hands a little bit higher over your shoulders. Good. Then release the hands, bring the fingertips down on the ground. Keep your left hand where it is, in front of the foot, and turn to the right, all-encompassing. Raise the right arm up. If it's too much here, if your body's really hunched down, you can lower down on the knee and do it this way. Okay, and then from here, if you want, you can bend the knee, take hold of the foot and pull it up away from your seat. Good. So you can do this again from standing position as well, depending on your flexibility. Try to open up a little bit more, bring the right shoulder and the right hip over the left shoulder and left hip. From here, pull the heel in towards the seat and release. Come back to face forward, pull the seat back, and then raise the left leg up. Keep your right hand where it is in front of the foot, and turn to your left, all-encompassing. Good. Open up. Try to get your hip and your shoulders to line up one on top of the other. And again, if you like, bend your knee. Take hold of the foot and push the foot up and away from the seat. Stretch the front of the body. Lower down on your knee again if you need to. Then release the foot, bring it back down. From here, inhale again. Lift the head, exhale, slump. Now from here, we're going to walk our hands forward to downward facing dog. Then bring the left foot forward, back foot flat if you can, and then come up. Virabhadrasana 2. If you can, sink down. If you're more flexible, you can try to get your seats low so that your knee goes over your toes. Be strong and mighty like a warrior. Send through the fingers. Then bring your right arm up to meet the left. If you can't turn your hip all the way forward, you can lift the back heel. And then come up. Try for a straight line from the base of the spine right up to the fingertips. Bring your head back. This pose should reflect the devotion of the warrior. Warrior is always there to serve their people no matter what. Embody that courage and the devotion. Now lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. Keep your seat all the way forward. Kapiyasana. Rock your shoulders back and forth, pull the arms back. Try to get a nice crescent shape movement with your body. If you know other variations, go ahead. If you need to modify, just take your hands to the front knee, push into the knee. Think about just trying to raise your chest up away from the seat. Allow the head to drop back, the spinal curve. Just keep that, push your chest up, curl the tail under. And then we're going to bring the body back up here, press into the front knee, and then bring the left foot back a little bit closer. Bend the toes under your legs so it looks like a box. Raise your right arm up. Ankle and toe and knee towards the right. So if you can, get your arm down so that the armpit is sitting on the outside of the knee. Left hand pushes into the right, and really push left hand down to the right so your body can come up higher, the belly over your thigh, higher than the thigh, and then roll the left shoulder back. Pull the left hip back, the head forward. See spine lengthens on the inhale, exhale, turn a little bit more so your chest and face are turning up. If this is too much, you can just stay upright. Right hand on the outside of the knee, left hand on the seat, and just turn, twist to your left. If you have other variations, go ahead. You can pull the seat back if you can, and so the elbow comes down lower in the space underneath your knee. You can guide your hands through underneath. Throw the left arm over the back, lock the fingers together, hold the left wrist with your right hand, maybe even bring the knee up off the ground. Left shoulder moves all the way back. And from here, bring the back knee down, release, and bring the left foot out a little bit more to your left. Come forward, sink down through the hip, roll to the right, fall to the right so you can get the right forearm down, the right hip to come down. Roll back to your left so you can get your left forearm down. If they don't come down easily, then just keep your elbows up off the ground and just keep telescoping your chest forward. But if you imagine that there's a weight sitting on the top of your seat and feeling very heavy in the hips, perhaps the pelvis will come down, followed by the belly, eventually the chest comes down. Be like a lizard, with a low profile, just sunning yourself on warm earth. If your knee's falling out to your left, move your foot out so that your knee is over the foot, close to the shoulder. Try and copy the form in all ways possible, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Be calm like a lizard, not a care in the world. Now again, we come back, push into your hands and send the feet back into plank position. Bring your left hand towards the middle of the mat, spin to the right, and come into Vasisthasana. So make sure your hips are not dragging down towards the ground. You push your hips up and forward. Keep the left arm extended so that you're not dropping into your shoulder. You should not lose your neck. You can stack the feet on top of one another, or raise your leg up if you like. Stronger, or bring down your left knee on the ground. So lots of different options here. Good. And then come back into high plank position. From here, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out, soften again through the heart. And bring the right foot forward to the hands, back foot flat, starting up in Virabhadrasana 2. Sink down through the seats a little bit, try and get your arms level to the ground and exude the confidence and the courage of the warrior, the leadership of the warrior. Never hesitates to do their duty. Bring the left arm up to meet the right, and the back foot a little on the back foot, lift the heel again if you need to. Come to have your hips square. Now extend the body out of extend the trunk out of the hips. Look up. Save this pose, I'm yours to do service at all times. Take me and grant me a higher devotion. Lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. Kapyasana from here. You do the Dharma wiggle, roll the shoulders back. We rock the shoulders back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears and lift the body up by the hips. Or take your hands to the front knee if that's too much. And just concentrate on lifting your chest up. Maybe your head drops back and maybe your spine curves a little bit more. Make sure you don't have a big fold across the lower back. And then coming back up. From here, press into the front knee and come up a little bit higher so that your legs are like a box. Plant your toes under the back foot. Left arm up, ankle and toe and knee towards the left. and drop the elbow down. So I'm going to do it this way so you can see. Notice how the back of my arm, the armpit's resting right on the outside of the knee. Right hand comes onto your left and push into the hands. Sometimes the fist with the right hand pushing into your palm is a little bit easier. Try to get that pushing action. The hands come centered in front of the chest and roll the right shoulder all the way back. Pull the right hip back, the head forward. And here you can do other variations. You can take your bind if you like, if it's accessible. Just pull the elbow down a little bit more, guide hand underneath the leg with the other hand, and then take your fingers in a lock or hold the right wrist with your left hand. If you can, bring the knee up off the ground, modify as you need to. Again, you can keep on your knees and just stay upright. Go to a place where you can find steadiness, but you still coming to the edge of your potential. Each time you go a little bit further in a way that feels mindful and appropriate for you. So you're always making progress. Progress is what keeps us motivated and enthusiastic about keeping with the practice. Then release. Bring your hands down to the ground. Flatten out the toes. You fall to your left so you can get your left forearm down on the ground, perhaps. Left hip, and then roll to the right. So again, if your knee's falling away from your shoulder, push the foot a little bit further out so that the knee stays on top of the shoulder and stay in line. And then keep extending the chest and head forward. Feel again like the hips are extremely heavy. Anchoring the body down, and then maybe the rest of the body will come down with it. The pelvis, eventually the chest, and the chin. Fix the gaze like a lizard. Try to imagine where that life form finds its ease. Go to that place as well. Soon all poses feel the same in that you can find silence in the mind in all of them. Tap into their consciousness. Be one with the form. And coming back up. You'll plant your hands, step back into plank position. So from here, we're going to move onto your right hand towards your left hand and come up towards the left. So come on to the other side for your Vasisthasana. Put your hips forward again. You can raise the left leg up. You can do other variations if you know them. Make sure again you don't drop into your shoulder, and if you need to, bring your right knee down. And back into plank position. Here, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. Good. So now just walk to the front of the mat. Hold the edges of the mat. Just working the shoulders and the back a little bit, the back flexibility. So see if you can get your chest down. Pull on the edges, the tug on the front edge of the mat. Try to form a steep curve from the back of the neck, the head, all the way up to the seat. Allow your chest to come down. Maybe your face comes down to the ground. If you get your head down, raise the right leg up. Even if you can't raise your get your head on the ground, just try to get your right leg up. Good. Shorten your stance a little bit. Now if you want to try, you can let go of your left hand and then see if you can walk it back towards the back foot, the left foot, and see if you can take hold of the inside of the heel or somewhere along the leg. It doesn't have to be on the inside of the heel. Or just reach the arm up alongside the body. Again, practicing your balance, your core stability. Then release, bring the right foot back down, and then do the other side. Left leg comes up, head comes down to the ground perhaps, forehead to the ground. Really tug with your hands so that you have more balance, and then maybe you can walk your right hand back. So you can take hold of the inside of the heel ultimately, or somewhere along the leg on the inside or the outside, doesn't matter. Just do your best. Don't worry about the results, remember, just the effort is the most important, and the intention of offering. And bring the right hand back, lower the left foot down, lower the knees, child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Now roll your way up. Push into your hands, bend the toes under. Come into a squat, the toes turned out a little bit. Okay, so now push your elbows, push your back, the backs of the shoulders, the arms against the thighs here. Bring your hands down so the wrists are about the level with the elbows. Now keep really squeezing the inner legs against the upper arms. Press into your hands and then roll forward your weight so you can come up off your heels. Your shoulders come over the fingertips. Notice I'm doing that, my arms are straight. You can't see it, so I'll do it this way. So you try to keep your head higher than the seat the whole time. So you squeeze your arms against your legs against your arms and vice versa. And as you come forward, you straighten your arms. Push firmly into your hands. You can either stay here, or you can keep on resting your weight on your arms and flick your toes up, coming into crow pose. If you have your seat up high, your head down, you might take a nosedive. So this is why. You push into your hands, think of an upward motion, your head coming higher in your seat, your arms straightening, and you push firmly through your heels, your palms, the base of fingers, and finger pads. Keep squeezing against the arms, hold the breath as you're coming up. Maybe this helps too. Now those of you who feel comfortable, you can tuck your chin in, bring the forehead down, come into teddy bear. Again, only if you're comfortable. Try not to fall on your head. Control it so your forehead lands softly on the ground. And then those you feel, if you can from here, you can come right up into a tripod headstand. Raise your legs up. All smooth movements here. Those of you who are doing the crow pose, keep trying. Remember, you can just keep your heels on the ground. Your toes on the ground. You don't have to lift your toes up off the ground. Those of you who instead headstand, come back. If you want to try to land your legs back on your arms and come back into crow, go ahead and do so. Bend your toes, tuck the tail, push into your hands, hold the breath, so you can raise your head again. And then back down. So from here, forehead on the ground, seat on the heels, child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. So this is for everyone now, hair pose. Just hands alongside the body, and then lift your seat up, roll onto your top of the head. You might actually, if you have your hips over your knees, you might be more in the back of the head. If it's too much pressure for the back of the neck, just move your head forward so you're more on the top of the head. Advanced practitioners, if you like, lift your seat up. Walk your feet towards the hands. Try to get your seat over your shoulders. Feel comfortable, really press into the backs of the hands. Again, advanced practitioners, as Dharma says, professionals. You can see if you can bring your legs up. If not, just keep your toes on the ground. But you can still get a nice inversion here. Keep your attention to the space between your eyebrows. Stay on your knees the whole time if you need to. Now if you're in headstand, roll your way out. Come back down with control. And then come return to child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just keep imagining yourself in the form. And bit by bit, the mind becomes more comfortable with the idea of imitating that form, and eventually maybe one day you realize it. Take your time, go according to your comfort level. Now come back up, make your way onto your back. Okay, so come to the front of the mat, roll back, push into your arms and send your feet back behind your head.
Bring your hands, join your hands together behind your back if you can, so get your hands a little bit further back. From the front, you can't even see your arms. So if your elbows are way out to the side, try to pull them in a little bit. Bring your hands to the mid-back and see if you can maybe even raise your feet up off the ground. So your knees are over your shoulders. You can stay in the tuck here. If you want, you can extend all the way up into your shoulder stance. Move your hands a little bit higher up towards your neck and you'll find a straighter line. Those you have a lotus, you can go ahead. Pull your legs cross your legs. And try to have your knees higher than your hips if you're doing lotus. Now whether your legs are straight or uncrossed, if your legs are up, you try to take your hands to your thighs. You have to try to push your hips forward, get a little bit more height. So you're right on top of your shoulders. Again, this is an option. Wherever you find yourself in steadiness, once you're there, leave the body alone. Bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. If you notice, you would come into Pindasana next. Bring your thighs against your legs against your body. If you can wrap your arms around the outsides of the legs and clutch your fingers together, just underneath the seat. If your legs are straight, bring them back down behind your head for cloud pose. If your feet don't come all the way down, just push lightly on the back. Try not to, don't force too much. Don't go to, again, don't respect your limits. Eventually maybe the feet will come down if your seat is over the shoulders. And then if you want, bring your thighs against your body and your knees on either side of the head. Withdraw from your senses. Go beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions now. What you perceive is not you. Anything you perceive with your senses is not you. Rest your mind on the infiniteness of God. Boundless compassion, love, and wisdom. Again, when you come back down now, so place your hands behind your back, palms down, index fingers and thumb tips touching, and then roll down. Try not to come down fast and hard. Control it. Keep your legs close to the body. Good. When your legs are about halfway down, stay there and breathe very fast and moves like a sniffy dog. Now, resume over. Stop the fast breathing. Press into your hands. Lift your body up. Your chest comes up. Pull the elbows in a little bit more. If you can, keep your legs charged and up. Push your chest up. Bring the top head down. If it's too much, bring your legs all the way down to the ground. Fish pose. And again, breathe very fast in the nose. Now bring your feet down close to the seat, edges of the feet in line for the hips. So if you feel comfortable here, remove your hands, bring your fingertips on either side of the head, and lift your seat up again. Slide your head back a little bit further behind your hands. Turn your hands around so your fingers are facing towards the toes, slightly outwards as well. Now you can stay here. If you feel comfortable, take a hot breath in and lift your head up off the ground. Urdhva Dhanurasana. If that was too much for you, shoulder, neck issues, or any otherwise, come into bridge. Just come down onto your back, lift your hips, keep the back of the head and shoulders on the ground, and just try to push your chest towards your chin. So you can do this, interlace your fingers underneath your body, press the edges of the hands down. We'll stay here a little bit. If you're in Urdhva Dhanurasana, you can rock a little bit, lift your heels, stretch.
And then come back down softly, bring the head back down, and relax on your back. Breathe in, breathe out, remove all fatigue, relax. Good, now from here, raise your arms up over the head, and then sit up. So we're going to pull the chest onto your sides, raise your arms up, and bring your body down onto your thighs. Take hold of your feet, or if it's too much, you can take hold of just your opposite elbows underneath your legs. Push your chest towards the knees, and then melt your body onto your legs. The weight of the body will release the backs of the legs a little bit more, the hamstrings. If you can get your legs straight, as Dharma says, don't waste your time. Go right into it. Keep your body with your thighs. Imagine your chest going beyond the knees. Paschimottanasana. Stretch the back body, bring attention to the base of the spine. Imagine the spine lengthening from that source. Maybe the top of the head will touch the fronts of the feet eventually. And come back up. Hands behind the back. Pull the heels in if you need to, right underneath the knees or just in front of the knees, and throw your hips up. Chest up, head back. If you're strong, you can bring your feet a little bit forward. Make sure your toes stay on the ground. Roll the thighs in. Push your hips up, your chest higher than your shoulders, the head back. Bust your good breath. Lower the seat down. And then sit upright, left hand to the other side of the right shin, right hand just down center back. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Turn to the right. Keep pushing against the thigh. Make sure your heels don't lag one behind the other. Keep the heels together. Look over the right shoulder eventually. Try to twist from the base of the spine all the way up. Not just the eyes, turn the whole body eventually. The whole trunk. Eventually the chin comes over your shoulder. And coming back, other hand. Push the lower back up and in. Turn to your left. Keep your chest up. Telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Keep pushing out through the heels. Come back, lie down on your back. Gently make your way down. Just for a few moments. And just rest in Shavasana. Just bring your hands out a little bit further away from the body, about 1.5 feet or so. Palms facing up. Allow the feet to fall away from one another. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, just allow all the fatigue to drop out of the body, all the efforts, all the tension. With each inhale, do this 3 times. Imagine you're bringing all the efforts, all the tension, gathering it all up wherever it resides, all the negativity even. On the exhale, just drop it out of the body. Imagine just draining right out, like water running through a funnel, right down into the ground. 2 more times, the inhale again. Pull everything that you don't need, that you want to be rid of. Exhale, just drop it right out of the body. Drain it out. Feel it just leaving softly. And 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, let go of all that you'd want to be rid of. And now you make more room for all the incoming gifts to come in. So as you inhale now, imagine you're drawing in all the best of the best from all around you, from the universe. everything that you need to feel fulfilled and grounded. Direct it right to the, towards the center of the chest, the right side of the physical heart, the spiritual heart. Exhale, imagine that as God is sitting in the heart, God sends it out to all beings everywhere. So imagine all that is being shared with all beings everywhere on the exhale. Inhale again, pull it all in, the best of the best, everything that you need, everything that you want for others to have as well. Exhale through God who resides in the center of the heart, in the center of the chest, spiritual heart, send it out to all beings. So you're breathing it out to all beings. One more time, inhale, pull everything you need in. Exhale, share it with all beings. And begin this mindset of benevolence and of offering that extends eventually to daily life. Everything you do becomes an offering. As Dharma Ji says, think of God first thing when you wake up, all throughout the day as well. Always present, always within. No need to look anywhere else, but within. Just keep that intention locked into your mind and heart. Repeat to yourself 3 times the following sentence to ingrain it there. God is within. Now, prepare to come back from Shavasana. Make your way back to seat position, gently, quietly, and mindfully. Getting ready now to carry out your mission and continuing to spread joy and love, compassion, and peace to all beings through your actions, thoughts, and words. Close the practice by chanting Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it out to all beings everywhere. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining.